Hey everyone, and welcome to High Foodelity. My name is Eric, and today I'm looking for a warm bowl of soup on a very cold day in Chicago. So I thought I would stop by one of the most well-known and oldest restaurants in the city, which also happens to be one of the best places to get a bowl of soup, and that is Manny's Deli, which has been in its current location serving customers in the downtown area since 1964. But the Raskin family who owned Manny's had another location prior to this one that opened all the way back in 1942, which means that many of Manny's recipes are over 80 years old. This makes this old school cafeteria style deli one of the most unique places to get a bite to eat in the city of Chicago. Just imagine how many customers they have served over the years since their opening. In fact, Manny's is known for being a restaurant that many local politicians have visited over the years, such as Barack Obama. A former governor of Illinois even took a phone call from Nelson Mandela while eating a sandwich at Manny's. And no, it wasn't that one. Today, I add to that list of customers and try some of the most reviewed items on their menu, which will include a corned beef sandwich on rye bread, a potato pancake, a slice of blueberry pie, and of course, a big bowl of matzo ball soup. As I just mentioned, Manny's has been in its current location since 1964, and you can really tell that as soon as you walk in, because it looks like it is ripped from another time, from the tile on the floor to the old school menu behind the counter. Looking at it, I feel like the only thing that has changed over the years are the prices. I love that they still serve cafeteria style because you get to see all the good food while you're waiting in line. I went to Manny's around 1 p.m. on a weekday, and I would say that it wasn't too busy. But I know that earlier in the day and on weekends, this place can get pretty full. But the dining room is huge as they have renovated since the last time I was here, so there is a lot of seating available. I did see a lot of things behind the counter that I wanted to try, but I decided to stick to my plan and order a half corned beef sandwich on rye with a bowl of matzo ball soup and a potato pancake. The person in front of me in line also ordered a half sandwich of corned beef, and he literally could not believe how big the sandwich was. This is partially because when you order a half sandwich, Manny's gives you half the amount of meat that you would normally get, but they serve it on 2 pieces of bread cut in half. I was definitely satisfied with my half sandwich, and my advice would be, if you are getting a lot of things like I did, just get a half sandwich and not a whole one. The meat on the sandwich is cut very thin, but it isn't because the meat itself is not tender, because it definitely is. But what really surprised me about the sandwich was how good the rye bread is. I'm not sure if they bake the bread in-house or use a bakery, but it may have been the best rye bread I ever had in my life. I believe that the corned beef sandwich is the most popular item on their rather large menu, and I can see why, because it is my favorite corned beef sandwich in the city. With the sandwich, Manny's also gives you 2/4 of a very large dill pickle that goes well with just about everything. I got the sandwich with nothing on it, but Manny's does provide their own brand of mustard along with yellow mustard on the table for those who need it. Next up was the potato pancake or latke, which in Yiddish translates to small fried pancake. These are usually served in Jewish households during the celebration of Hanukkah, but as the most popular Jewish deli in the city, Manny's serves them year-round. Traditionally, these can be kind of bland, which is why a lot of people eat them with sour cream or applesauce. Once again, Manny's does not disappoint. Not only are their latkes huge, but they have the perfect balance of a crunchy outside and a warm, mashed potato-like inside. If you have never had one before, I very much recommend trying them at Manny's, although you will probably be disappointed with every latke that you eat somewhere else. I am someone that usually likes to add sour cream to mine, but this one was so good that I finished it off without adding anything to it. Next, onto the thing that I've been really looking forward to, and that is my bowl of matzo ball soup. If you are not familiar with Jewish culture, you may have heard someone lump matzo ball soup in with chicken and dumplings or some other chicken soup. But traditional matzo ball soup isn't really like them because instead of adding a lot of ingredients and vegetables, matzo ball soup is usually just served with a matzo ball and broth, which is how Manny's does it. Matzo balls should be a lot lighter than traditional dumplings, and the broth should be very strong. I really enjoyed the bowl of soup that I got at Manny's, and while it probably wasn't my favorite bowl of matzo ball soup that I ever had, it was the best that I've had in a while. Besides being light, the matzo ball also had a lot of good flavor to it, and the broth was excellent. In my opinion, this really is the perfect thing to have for lunch on a cold Chicago day. I ended this amazing lunch with a slice of blueberry pie, which as a kid, I thought was my favorite thing on the menu. First of all, I love how they have it in this drawer thing, as it almost feels like you're getting it out of one of those old machines that used to serve pie. From the first bite, I knew that my childhood memories did not fail me, because this pie is still freaking amazing. The filling tastes like the best blueberry compote I've ever had in a pie or over pancakes, and the crust is thick enough that it provides a great texture change from the filling and the sugary taste is also a great contrast to the blueberries. I was full for my lunch before I took my first bite, but I ate that pie like it was the first thing I ate all day. Everything I had at Manny's today was good, but this pie is seriously on a whole nother level. So what is my final review of Manny's? This was honestly the first time I've been at Manny's in over a decade, and while I had good memories from my time there, you never know how a place is going to change over the years. I guess I should have known that a restaurant that has been run by the same family for over 80 years is probably not going to change that much, because Manny's is just as good as I remember it, if not better. I'm also very happy that Manny's has been a shining example of the Jewish community in the city for so long, and it looks like it is not going anywhere. So if you live in the area and are craving a warm bowl of soup, or if you're coming into the city and want to try one of the restaurants that makes the city special, I think that Manny's is a great choice, and you should try everything that I got. And even though this channel is new, this is the first video that I've done where I can recommend everything that I ordered, so take that for what it's worth. If you like this video, please remember to like this video before you leave, and also subscribe for future food videos. Also, let me know in the comments which restaurants I should try next. Once again, my name is Eric, and you have been watching High Foodelity.